difficulties this morning, but here we are.
Here we are. Technical difficulties. What? We don't have those.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great this morning.
Very good.
I slept much better last night than I did the night before, so
That's good.
that is really good. Hey, you got stuff on your whiteboard. You don't look so plain this time. That's awesome.
There is usually what ends up happening. Part of my process in the morning is I'll erase that just before we go live.
No, don't do that.
I just didn't do it today. So maybe
no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I say keep stuff on it.
Keep stuff on it,
unless it's like proprietary.
Do you know what that stuff is?
Is it the game plan?
It is not. It's about leveraging story. So a lot of times people will talk about the importance of storytelling. Everybody's got their own view on storytelling, and if you want to get a very quick view on storytelling, just watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and listen to Steve Martin's character when he tells John Candy what every story, when you're telling a story, what it needs to have, which is a point. So there's, but there's a beginning, middle, and an end. There may be 3 acts. Some of the core components, though, is there's people, characters who play a given role. Each of those people has some type of thing that they're trying to accomplish, something that they're trying to something they're trying to do. In many cases, or in some cases, a character or a couple of characters in the story may have a specific problem that they're trying to overcome. That problem typically plays the role or is the role of the villain, and they're unable to overcome that problem on their own. And if you're familiar with Joseph Campbell and the Power of Myth, he gets into the hero's journey. And then Donald Miller, from a marketing perspective, applied it into building a story brand, and Robert McKee applied it to doing some other things in business. Anyhow, you have a person who has a problem, who's trying to overcome that problem, and ultimately Yoda shows up, or Ben Kenobi shows up, depending on which episode we're talking about, and they will guide you through the process. They act there as a guide. They typically don't interact with the hero, other than Kenobi did interact with Vader in episode 4, spoiler alert. But there are these characters, they have roles, they interact with each other, they're trying to accomplish something. Everything happens in a time, so a place and time, a location, and so time and place, location, and with other people. And if you think about that inside your organization, so from an instructional design perspective, you start thinking about all the people who are all the humans doing human things out there, trying to get more human things done and be more productive, perform better. They are interacting in a time and a place with others, and there's all of this extra tension, and then there are all the NPCs that are walking around too that kind of get in the way periodically. But there are these interactions that are always taking place. If you're mindful of those things, each of those variables, and each circle is a variable, then you can start to get, okay, where am I in this part of the story? What is someone trying to accomplish? How can I actually help them get there? And then how can we, as leaders, deliver a plan to help them achieve success? So that is the background on that. And I did a video on that yesterday for Whiteboard Wednesday.
Check it out, everybody, on Mike's LinkedIn. Whiteboard Wednesdays are awesome. And you should follow Mike on LinkedIn too for all of the nuggets.
All kinds of nuggets.
All kinds of video nuggets. So we've got a packed show today. I shared notes for everybody that are in the Slack group hanging out with us today. So
all right, let's see if we can get the Slack going. I ran into some technical issues getting that thing to share properly. Let's see if we can get that going. All right, we'll keep going through your stuff, and I'll get this thing going on my end.
Yeah, get it going. So, today, for those of you that are just joining, that are thinking, I just don't know if I want to hang out with these guys today. I have resources for you today based on today's show content. So stick around. I'll share a document and some slides for you because these are things that you need to act on immediately today at your office or with your boss. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into the news this morning. I don't know why the script keeps calling everybody learning nerds, but I guess I guess we'll roll with it. Good morning, learning nerds. If you're watching this, you probably have a backlog of training tickets that you are actively ignoring. It is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and today's show is brought to you by The Next Button. The Next Button, because nobody actually reads the text on the slide. Let's get right to the breaking news today. If you've been begging your CFO for budget to teach your people how to use AI, and they keep saying, maybe next quarter, I have good news. Uncle Sam just pulled out the checkbook. The U.S. Department of Labor just opened a massive $98 million fund round for youth pre-apprenticeships. But here's the kicker. For the first time ever, they are mandating AI literacy. That's right. You literally cannot get the cash unless you prove you are teaching the robots. This isn't just for IT folks. This covers construction, manufacturing, and healthcare. So why does this matter to you or to us or to L&D? This signals the shift we've been warning you about since 2024. AI literacy is no longer a nice-to-have upskilling perk. It is now a federal workforce requirement. If you are in L&D and you don't have an AI fundamentals track yet, you are officially behind the federal government. And do you know how hard it is to be slower than the federal government? It's really hard.
Is that you ad-libbing, or is that the AI providing a sense of humor?
No, the AI actually provided a mild sense of humor that time around. Yeah,
That's actually pretty good. Good, nice. I'm telling you, I am built. I really believe, like, I'm built for this time and place because of both dry humor and robotic nature. Welcome to my world.
you've always felt like a robot. You've always felt alone and lonely, and now you have a robot army of friends.
Well, and everybody is learning how to communicate better with the robots, which means everybody's going to communicate better with me. Like, it's good.
Now everybody's
This
going
is
to go,
awesome.
all those things that Simmons guy has been talking about for years finally makes sense. Thank you,
Finally.
AI. Wait a minute. Are you just AI?
Maybe. Should change my name.
As the late Scott Adams used to say, we just live in a simulation anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. But anyways, the source for that, folks, if you want to read more about the federal workforce requirement, the EdTech Innovation Hub, I can share a link. Copy link address. You know what? I actually am logged into our event on the Slack, so I'll put it in there.
There you go.
I mean,
We've got
the other thing.
We've got a lively Slack.
Oh man, are we missing conversation? We can't do that. Good morning, Craig. We already said good morning to Wendy, didn't we? Wendy, I didn't mean to leave you out. I texted you, but good morning live on the chat too.
Good morning, everyone.
Wow, that lag is pretty insane.
But we've cut it in half, which is amazing. So think about the challenge we had even just 2 weeks ago. when we had double the lag. I think Craig put something in here. I think this is it's kind of interesting. I know this takes us a little bit away from the news. We'll get back there, but do you see this thing? It's got a fun request this morning after the news, of course. In the card game I play, we design new sets, something called Future League at the main company. I'm not going to read the whole thing. We'll leave it up here for just a second. I decided that before 7 o'clock in the morning, I cannot read and think out loud. Welcome to my brain.
The future league at the main company. They project what the environment will look like years down the road, even past all the sets they have in development. This includes game base, card interactions, formats of tournaments, etc. I would like to hear everyone's guess at where AI will be in 20 years, 50 years. This may be a little deep, but would love to hear your thoughts in relation to the real trends and actions of government workforce and individual use.
Yeah. Kind of a cool exercise to go through. Have you ever done one of those exercises?
Which a future league exercise?
Well, I mean, I know this is what it's called in this instance, but like a kind of like envisioning what the future potentially will be, and then just kind of.
Dude, that is like the only thing my brain does on a daily basis, 24/7. I can't shake it.
Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah. So there's the hard part is if you're always thinking about the future, it's hard to ever get there. Right? Because you're just thinking.
No, because everybody else is getting there. I'm just thinking about what everybody's doing to get there. They're all doing the work. Like I've said a million times, L&D doesn't do any innovation, any technology, building or creating or anything. We build on top of the genius of those other super smart people that are building the technology that we can take advantage of to build the environment that is conducive for people to learn.
Broadly speaking, yes. However, there are some people in L&D who innovate and who will build. The builders on that side. Some of you, not all of you. And that kind of gets into some
but would you not agree that their innovations and their creations are very specific to the needs of the L&D world, and they build what they build on top of existing technology that other people have built, aka databases, the HTML format, the web, mobile devices, social media? I don't see anybody in our industry building a brand new social media tool.
But isn't everything built on the foundation of something else?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the news, and then we'll go back to this exercise, and we'll have a little bit of fun there.
Okay, we'll go to the future exercise.
Hey, check out the links there if you want to see the links. And if you want to get into the Slack channel, send Brent and I a DM. We're really gonna keep this thing organized and keep the stuff in there so that it could persist beyond the 45 minutes to an hour.
What? Wait, you said a word that I'm not familiar with. What's organized?
Yeah, nice.
All right, moving on to our human and culture story today. For years, people have told us you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, a new study out of the Karolinska Institutet in Sweden just said, hold my herring.
I appreciate the sense of humor that the bot is having. It's kind of evolved. It's evolved. We've got nerd humor. So,
it's great. It's like dad jokes. I didn't even ask it for dad jokes, but it's like totally dad jokes. They published it just days ago. This research confirms that adults, even stubborn stakeholders, continue to grow new brain cells in the hippocampus well into their 70s. This process, called neurogenesis, was previously thought to stop after childhood. But here's the specific detail that makes every instructional designer cheer. The study linked this new cell growth specifically to verbal learning. Can anyone say learning styles? I added that. Sorry. My
verbal on
humor
whose
is so
side?
much worse than the AI's.
Verbal's on whose side?
Well, that is a fantastic question. Anchor. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to read that. That means, oh, here they do explain it. Sorry, I stopped a little prematurely. That means listening, podcasts, audiobooks, lectures. So the next time someone tells you face-to-face training is dead or nobody learns by listening, you look them in the eye and say, actually, my hippocampus is regenerating right now. Are you sure yours is?
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I've been drinking like crazy, but oh, genius. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm doing another copy paste for all y'all.
Now I understand why shows like this have producers.
Don't. Oh yeah, you totally actually need somebody behind the scenes doing this stuff, but you know, whatever. This is why we have the two of us, right? When I'm talking, you're producing. When you're talking, I'm producing. Isn't that that's how it should go? But
so here's a very, very important thing to take away from what Brent just shared, which is profound, and a lot of people forget about it. If you're talking, you're likely not producing. Take that wherever you want.
Yes. When he says LOL, it's not one or another. It's all in combination depending upon the depth. Craig thinks, I'm assuming, he says, I honestly think it is going to get heavily restricted. Someone is going to abuse it and it will get cut down for common use quickly. If it doesn't just make Terminators. Don't forget you asked the feed to be humorous a few days back. You said you changed a single word. I did. You know what I did? I changed it from professional to hilarious.
Oh, there you go. See? Or just wait till we level up.
Hey, if somebody can find me a better word, that'd be great. No. Oh, I think I said e.g. like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh, all right.
Huh. And then it said, can you explain to me what Saturday Night Live is? No, I didn't. All right, let's talk tech. Remember, when we all thought generative AI was going to replace course creation, we just type, make me a leadership course and go to lunch. Well, the market has sobered up. The AI learning platform Oboe just raised $16 million, but they did it by pivoting away from open-ended chat. Their new update forces AI into, wait for it, chapters, quizzes, and flashcards. Vindication. The VCs have realized that chatting with a bot isn't learning. Structure is learning. Scaffolding is learning. The prompt engineer is out. The instructional architect is back in. If your AI tool is just a chat window, it's a toy. If it builds a curriculum, it's a tool. Adjust your vendor RFPs accordingly. I think that kind of goes along with one of our stories from yesterday and the day before and the day before that and the day before that, that AI is changing.
All the time. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to give you a drink for that because you looked like a little bit like someone in Home Alone.
That was the look I was going for. Thanks.
That's good. See, look at that.
Craig says, I think that was the next generation of AI. Notebook LM was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know, it like I've said it from the beginning. This is the part, and my thought hasn't changed on this at all.
Yeah.
Over the last year, when I finally realized what AI could be, is going to be, what it's going to do for us, all that kind of stuff. Because I wanted to sit this technology wave out, and I did for a couple of years. But here, this is what AI knows everything about you. It will know everything about your role, the expectations of you in your role, in your job, and all of the things, the data, the content within the company, and data and things that you create will be collected in one spot. And the AI will have access to all of it. And it will take all of that context into consideration when you ask it questions about what needs to be done, or when you build AI agents and whatnot. And that's where all of these tools are heading, to niche, super focused agents. Like the nursing one we saw. Was it nursing? Or Diana HR? That's what it was.
Diana HR, yeah. Where we're going, there are no roads. That was for Wendy. So I think I was talking with Jen about this yesterday. So there are three broad things that I'm seeing in the market that have, and I'm borderline getting irritated. Actually, I think I'm already past the irritated piece.
I don't think there is any borderline irritation with you, Mike.
Yeah, there's three broad. If I could do three broad strokes, I'd say that these are three patterns I see happening right now. Number one, people are confused. There's just so much information that's coming at us at all times, and there's no shortage of places to go get more information, which creates a greater level of confusion or fog. So there's this fog that's going around that just keeps getting dumped on us. And as a result, you move into one of two categories. Actually, probably let's say three categories. One category is just kind of ambivalent. You just got to let it go. The second category is, all right, I'm going to do what I can to clear it up and get focused. And then the third category is, I'm just going to distract myself with something else until all of it goes by, and just let it go, because I'm going to feel like I'm working on something, but that distraction is going to take my time, and I'm going to feel like I'm productive. So that's one big category. So we're confused, and there's just a lot of stuff, and it just keeps growing. The second one is we're looking for guidance and direction.
Yep.
Which starts to get into that clarity piece. Like, where are we going? What can I do about it? Where are we going? What can I do about it? Where are we going? What can I do about it? Getting into next steps so that we can take those next steps and then start to get feedback from the work, gain clarity, and keep doing the right work. So so we've got confusion. We're looking for guidance and direction. And then the third one is, there is a resurgence of the want or need to build skills. But due to the confusion, everybody's talking about these different skills in different ways. And they're like, no, this is the way that you need to talk about this skill. This is the skill that you need. It's this thing. That is, and I got some feedback on one of the posts I put out there around some sales skills. And the feedback was, it's good. I'm seeing a trend where non-sales skills are important for sales people. I'm like, no, those were sales skills that I was talking about. Like so there's this weird shit that's going on right now. And as a leader, you've got to ask yourself, am I contributing to the noise, or am I helping create clarity so that my team can move forward, or so that I can move forward, either you or your team? So yeah, you're right, Brent. I am pissed off. And I don't like it, because there's just this chaos that's happening. There's this lack of clarity, and then there's more and more stuff adding to confusion, because everybody's sharing their right way of doing it. I
Your
like
mouse just rolled over Wendy's profile.
I like the Halo 2 Wendy.
I did not do this on purpose, other than change the background. But I will say, here's an excellent opportunity to pimp your podcast. By the way, I listened to the sales one yesterday that you posted, and I don't even remember his name, but he just
Oh,
wrote
Todd Capone.
a new book. Yeah,
4
so
Levers of Negotiation. Todd Capone.
yeah, good, excellent conversation, and I like him. Good guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
And yeah, so
Thanks for listening.
yeah, so it was yeah, anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. I had something, but then I lost it when I started talking about
Well,
looking at my
it
bed.
was good to get me off the soapbox and distracted. I needed a little bit of a release, and now
You
we're
gotta do this when you get on that box. You gotta.
I would love to hear from other people. Like, am I just fucking crazy? Excuse me. There we go.
No.
Or is that a reality? Are others feeling the same kind of thing? Like that confusion,
I think
need for
that's
direction, and
yeah. So when we first started this, right? Remember what I said? You know, one of the goals I want our conversations every morning to be is for us to just lighten things up a little bit, inform people, help educate people on what's going on. But the key is, folks, relax. We've been here before. This is a technology change. We've had similar chaos. Yes, this is more, and this is different, and it's intense, and there are much larger cultural ramifications with it, and blah, blah, blah. But we've kind of been going through it with social media since it became a thing. And yeah, so here's a story. I had to laugh. Somebody posted, I think it was it Sam Rogers, maybe? I don't know. Somebody made a post about, or shared something. Maybe it wasn't even somebody in our industry, but all of the things that every company that tries to implement AI is getting wrong, or what they should do to get it right. And every single one of the things reminded me of when the internet first became a thing. If you're old guy yelling at clouds, you remember when the internet first came to corporate America. The first people that were allowed to get it it just didn't get turned on. There were people freaked out about it. You had to put in a special request to have access to it, to like all of the things that everybody is freaking out about regarding AI and its implementation, and who gets access, and regulations of it, and blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff are the exact same arguments and the exact same conversations we had when people were trying to figure out, how do we take advantage of this internet thing inside of the enterprise? And so when I tell people we've been here before, we've been through all of this, that's probably the most similar and the biggest, thing. And it's not, L&D doesn't solve this problem. Your IT department does. You should be partnered with your IT department. You should know what's going on. You should tell them the things you'd like, but you don't have any control over those levers. You've got zero control. We are a lagging indicator. You wait for the tech to come in. You wait for other people to make crazy decisions about the business and the billions of dollars they need to spend to do X, Y, Z. And then when the technology is in and people are using it, you take advantage of it to use it as a technology to build an environment for learning and sharing content for people to get smarter. That's it. So I'll get off my soapbox. Thank you very much.
There we go.
So been here, done that. Let's just have a good time, and let's just watch and enjoy it and learn and have a good time, folks. That's all I'm asking. Finally, let's look.
Be part of the solution. Don't get in the way.
Yeah.
Like,
enjoy the journey, people. Enjoy the journey. It's just, another new thing's going to come along, and right now nobody can think of it. They're like, AI is so big, this has got to be the end. This is this is it. There's nothing else coming after this. Once I figure this out, boy, this is, we are going to be good to go. I can tell you something right now. When Craig asks, what do you guys think the future has in store? It's got something new that's bigger and different, and it's going to freak everybody out. And everyone's going to look back at AI and go, I remember the days when we were bitching about who's going to get access to the AI tools. Now everybody does, and it's plugged in the back of my head. So ends the rant for today. Finally, let's look at the pharmaceutical industry, because we've added a segment to the show, folks. If you're new this week, we used to just do the human element, a tech element, and a breaking news story. And we decided to let the AI choose any industry it wants and give us a story that is related to learning and development or training. Today, it looks at the pharmaceutical industry. If you work in pharma L&D, you know the FDA doesn't joke around. On January 17th, the FDA released a new prevention strategy that heavily leverages artificial intelligence to detect impurities, specifically nitrosamines, and announced a one FDA digital ecosystem. Here is the takeaway for my regulated industry friends. The regulators are using AI to catch you. If your compliance training is still a PDF from 2019, you are bringing a knife to a laser fight. The FDA expects your data to be digital, fast, and integrated. Your training data needs to match that speed. I'll check the sign-in sheet is no longer a valid compliance strategy.
Again, what I'm fascinated by, I like the I don't know that I would put this at hilarious. It is definitely humorous, but the humor and the nods and the checks to the things that we all know. Like, we all know these things, we've all experienced them. The reason they're funny is because we've been there and we've done that. So nice work. AI tool. Gemini is what you're using for this. Yeah. Nice work, Gemini. You done good.
Apparently, there was a big meeting between Satya Nadella, the guy from Open AI, and somebody else, and they had a big mandate that they sent out to their whole entire teams saying, Google's eating our lunch with AI. Gemini's kicking our ass. We need to level up. So, for whatever that's worth, I was like, yes, I picked the right one.
Yeah. It's just like the new, it's always going to be changing. Find the tool for the purpose and learn. Here's the another thing as you go through this: take advantage of the learning process, because when you go in and you start learning a new tool and you take a beginner's mind approach to working through it, you can start to increase the empathy that you have for others inside the organization that you're a part of as they start to take on new tools. Don't lose track of that experience and that as you go through it. So for now, yeah, Gemini is doing or Google has done some really good things with Gemini. And there are other tools to go out there and start and play around and test with.
And actually, we're going to be doing that. And we are still in the organization phase. This is a new word I learned today. We're going to be organizing a collection of people utilizing those different platforms and tools to take on a challenge, and for all of us to learn together in a shared environment on how to use some of these AI platforms to solve some problems and to get some work done. So did we decide on a date? I can't remember if that was done.
So mid-February.
Okay, mid-February.
I've got some travel one of those weeks. I think it's going to be the week, whatever the week is after the 11th. So the week of the 17th is probably going to be the best. Are we going to call it like an AI shootout? We're gonna come up with a.
We'll have to come up with a really catchy name and actually tell people about it. So
maybe we talk to the hilarious Gemini.
Yeah, it'll come up with something for us, I'm sure. But Wendy and Craig, are you guys up for it? You guys want to pick a platform and be our pilot show guinea pigs? Because as our inaugural, or what would we call you, as our founding chat team, we'll call you. You get first pick at all things.
Yes, you do.
You guys, you two are the best. Just have to say that. Thank you for being here, and
thank you,
and hanging out with us. So that was the source. I forgot to share the source, but it's just FDA.gov. Go to FDA.gov if you want to know more about the pharma industry regulation thing. So things are changing, folks. Keep up. And it'll all go well. Here's some honorable mentions. This is the
cutting room floor.
Yes, this is the honorable mention. OpenAI launched an academy for new orgs. Journalism L&D, take note. NYC Public Schools rolled out Speechify to everyone. Assistive tech is now standard, not an exception. SHRM, that's SHRM. Mike, what does that stand for? Society
of Human Resource Management.
They have a 2026 report that says says HR is overextended. So be nice to your HRBP today. Buy them a coffee. Yeah. So anyways, so here's the deal. I have some documentation. So this is something cool, at the end of every,
all right, I'm going to get rid of the chat for right now.
Every AI always has a thing at the bottom that says, hey, would you like me to, build this thing for you? And I thought, oh, that might be kind of cool to share with people if anybody actually wants to do it. So what we have is an urgency brief, and here's the link. I'm going to put it there, and then I'll go to my LinkedIn.
And you're sharing it as a Google Doc?
Yes.
Okay.
And, you can either bring it up or I'll share my screen. What do you want me to do?
Here, I'll do it this way. There we go.
So this is regarding our breaking story, the federal AI mandate, if you're going to be teaching. And I think Wendy had a question about, is this just for kids or is this for everybody? And who's it for? Why it matters. The talent gap is widening. The next generation of entry-level employees entering the workforce in 2027 will be federally trained in AI workflows. Our current managers and senior staff are not. This will create a reverse skills gap where junior staff cannot be effectively led by senior staff who lack digital fluency. So the regulatory foreshadowing, Department of Labor grant requirements are often a precursor to broader OSHA or industry compliance standards. We should anticipate AI safety compliance training becoming a regulated requirement in our sector within 12 to 18 months. So, and there's a proposed project in it as well, which I think is super cool. It's just these kinds of things just make me so happy.
Why do they make you happy?
Just because it's just a great time to be alive. Just to put together a brief like this, so I hearken back to my Intel days. We would have had a meeting about planning a meeting, about prepping a meeting, about planning a meeting. And then we would finally have a meeting. And the only thing that would happen would be it would get handed to somebody on the team to research whether or not we should do this a little further.
Yeah.
6-8 months down the road, you may or may not have a brief that's written, but it has to be reviewed by everybody on the team. So now you have another week or so for everybody to read through it. Then you got to present it to the team. Now you're going to send it to your executive staff and say, hey, okay, we're going to do this federal AI mandate thing. And then the executive staff says, okay, that was last year. There's a new mandate out now. Why are you guys giving this to me now? Oh, shit. So it is, it's just a beautiful thing for this kind of stuff to get cranked up. Of course, you could walk into leadership's office and just say, hey, there's this new Department of Labor thing. All you have to do is ask AI about it, and they'll tell you all about it, and then let me know what you want to do. So I guess you should put your own spin on it. I would argue that because everybody is concerned about AI slop and all that kind of stuff, somebody read through this and tell me if they see any sort of glaring hallucinations or inaccuracies or stupidities. When I first read through it and kind of scanned it, it looked pretty legit to me. It's the one bad thing about it that I see a lot is that it's very, very wordy. It likes to create very, very wordy projects. But then here's the interesting thing. After I had it generate this, it said, would you like me to create a presentation? And I said, why, of course, I would absolutely love for you to create this presentation. So now go to my screen share. Or you could just launch it. I think I put both links in already. Did I, or did I just do one?
Put them where inside Slack?
Presenter view.
Yeah, I don't see it in the in the Slack instance. So one of the things is that there's
Why did it just do?
Here's what's someone's going to read this. You're out there, you're reading this, and you're like, well, you know what? It doesn't have this. This is what it needs in order for it, or I don't like the formatting or whatever. Okay, good. So provide that feedback. Like, for me, when it comes to decision making, one of the things that's very important to me is when you get into this piece and we understand what the decision is. So I need approval to allocate resources end of day Friday to secure vendor pricing before the end of the month, rush triggered by this announcement. Okay. Whatever. So we're going to take that one. So what's the decision that we need? Approval to allocate resources by the end of the day Friday. So we know what the decision is. What we don't know is how we're going to make it. Like, what's the criteria that we're going to use? What lens are we going to look at things through in order to make that decision? And you can inform this tool to incorporate that at the end. So the executive summary might be at the end, or the call to action might be at the end, might be, here's the decision we're looking for. Here's how, or the lens that we want, the criteria that we're going to use in order to make the decision. And you can set it up in your format. You don't have to take the first format that comes through. This is the beauty of the iteration. And
you
I
can
say it out loud because I
this.
think sometimes people get lost with it.
Here's what I would suggest people do. Take what I've shared with you, select the whole thing. Just do a Control A, select the whole entire thing, Control A, Control C, paste it into your own AI of choice and say, customize this for my company and my business, or something like that. Because your AI should already know. Remember, I said it should know your context. They all save context now, so it should know you or your business or something about what you do. And if you're not that far along yet, then add the context to the prompt once you paste this in, or share it, or however you want to deal with your AI. Just tell it what you want to do. So, did you see my screen share and you're just holding off on that, or?
I don't see your screen share.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll try it again.
Here, let me stop mine. There we go.
So it said, do you want to create a slide, a 2-slide quick 5-minute brief for you to update your executive staff, and it even gave me speaker notes. So the funny thing is, so I'll go to. So this is the first one that it created, and does anybody remember when Mike and I were testing somebody's prompt that I saw on X that said something like, make a overcomplicated flowchart of instructional design and make it wacky and over the top and blah, blah, blah. That's what I did with this one. It came up with this. And then I said, improve this slide, make it colorful, over the top, and just make it amazing. And then that's what it came up with.
Cool.
So anyways, so we've got 2 slides. I don't know. Most people are going to think the amazing slide version is too much, but here are the 2 decks. I didn't paste in the Here's the brief again for those of you that didn't hear the beginning story. I'll keep this brief. On January 16th, the Department of Labor dropped $98 million into the workforce, but there was a catch. You can't get the money unless you teach AI. The federal government has officially decided that AI is a basic skill like safety or reading blueprints. If the government is training entry-level talent on AI workflows and we aren't training our managers, we are creating a reverse skills gap where our leaders can't lead the new workforce. We are officially behind the curve. So to Wendy's question about, who is this for and all that kind of stuff, the point that the news story is making, and I think AI maybe didn't make it that clear. So these are good things for us to talk about when we do these stories and whatnot, is the urgency and the reason why AI pulled it out and sees it as a mandate for us isn't to necessarily get the grants to build the tools for the future. What it's saying is that the government is spending a lot of money on the systems and the people that do train the youth and the next generation of workers, and therefore the government is going to be forcing AI education on the next workforce. And those leaders and those folks that are in the workforce right now that will be the leaders of the future of that next generation of entry-level employees, those are the people that need to be trained up on AI. And they are not going to be the ones taking these courses by that the government is going to be funding. Therefore, you need to be presenting this to your leadership saying, hey, I know we've been talking about this, and me as the CLO of the organization, I've been, pounding on your desk and knocking on the door saying we need some funding to train everybody on how to effectively utilize AI. And you keep telling me, no, hold off, no, hold off. Here's another reason why we need to do it. Does that make sense? Am I off base? Does anybody think I'm nuts?
These are all not mutually exclusive. So,
but anyways, yeah. So I've shared some resources with you. And not only that, I've shared with you a process for creating content utilizing AI. if you're just watching this and being educated on stuff, the purpose isn't just for us to educate you on the news of the day and to have fun conversations. I want everybody to know that we are showing you how AI can be used in all of the work that you do on a daily basis. This is what we will do every single day. And we hope to have something new and fresh for you every
So
single day.
to hit on the speed of this, Brent, I'm going to start sharing again. I'm going to share full screen. Give me just a second here. Okay. Tell me if you're able to see this.
I see the. Oh, you pasted the whole darn thing into the chat.
This is actually Wendy first.
Oh, Wendy did it. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Wendy.
Let me do.
You both did it.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Well, we just take direction. The
well, I said paste it into your AI, not into your Slack.
No, we did. We pasted into the AI. So
and this is what you did back.
Yeah, these are the results. So like this is again the speed at which stuff can happen. Like Wendy took what Brent shared, dropped it into her instance, and got all of this. And I'm just going to scroll through a little bit slow. We'll figure out how to make this stuff work a little bit better on the sharing. You might be able to zoom in, or you can go in and actually read it if you ask us to join the Slack instance. So Wendy's comment, tracking Brent. On my side, this is the third iteration. Because the first time it came through, it tried to apply what Brent shared using Learn, Think, Act. And in a form of like plan, do, iterate. So I asked it to go back through and put some stuff around the decision-making component. Now, Wendy, I don't remember if you ended up using, Wendy, what platform did you use? It'd be good if you could just drop that in the Slack. And then on my side, I used ChatGPT. I started to go Gemini, but Gemini wouldn't have had all the background information that ChatGPT does because of all of the stuff.
It'd be interesting. Like I think Craig mentioned putting it in Notebook LM and see what it can do with it inside of Notebook LM. I'm still trying to figure out how to effectively utilize Notebook LM in this context of what we are doing. And I haven't quite figured it out yet. So
this is how I threw the prompt in, just as a new chat. I just said, hey, customize this based on Mike Simmons' approach to decision making.
Got it.
And I forgot to hit paste. So then I had to hit stop thinking and then pasted it in. And then it was like, imagine this. Don't be the bottleneck, build the system. Like,
nice.
We're cooked. Like this is, so if I ever really want to have a conversation with myself, I know where to go. So it's fun to watch this stuff and fun to see this stuff. So back into the Slack instance, just to get through it, see what else.
Yeah.
Okay. So both of us use ChatGPT. So cool.
Okay.
Craig is
yeah, so that I guess that's what the Notebook LM. I guess I don't have anything to feed it. I think that's my frustration, and that's the part I did figure out, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to take the time to deal with it and go through and put all my custom stuff in it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you have a document that explains who you are. Put that into Notebook LM, and then put another document in that is the job description for the job that you currently have. Now you've given Notebook LM two parts of the context. It knows who you are and it knows what you're supposed to be doing in this job. Now all it needs is data and information to make decisions on and create things. And you can paste all that stuff into the prompt, or you can build other documents and share other content to it. You know, paste in a bunch of instructional designer documents, books, whatever, links to websites and everything, and say this is the entire library of all the knowledge of instructional design I've given to you. Go to this link and use it to be smart.
And as you're doing it, like, this is just something that we took Brent's direction, threw it into ChatGPT, did this really, really quick, so it doesn't take a lot of time. If it doesn't give you the result that you're looking for, doesn't help you think a little bit differently about the challenge, start over.
Yeah.
You lost 10 minutes.
Yeah, right.
You didn't lose 10 months of Intel review board discussions where ooh.
The most beautiful thing is that you can just bitch at AI too. You can tell it, say, hey, that's totally not what I asked you to do. Get your shit together.
And talk to it just like that. And let's just see what happens. Because before you know it, Spicoli
you're not going to hurt its feelings, and it's not going to send you to HR.
It might send you to HR. Like,
Diana, HR might get involved.
Could you imagine that? The back and forth that's happening in the background, be like, Brent is not treating us kindly. He's
I get a little pop-up on my screen, I'm sorry, we're going to have to shut you down. You apparently need some time to cool off. We suggest going outside for a cigarette or a vape or, whatever people do these days. I don't know.
Adjustment training. You're going to have an adjustment period.
Yes. We're going to mandatory attitude adjustment training immediately pops up on the screen. You are not allowed to access any other data or AI agents until you complete this course with 90% accuracy.
You have been limited.
Oh God, we laugh at that, but it's coming.
Oh dude, it's
so coming. Well,
all right.
2 minutes till too much time, so we got to roll.
Yeah, we went a little bit long.
Hit us up on LinkedIn. Reach out to us if you want to participate, or even if you just want to hang out and watch and you want more information about the AI challenge, conversation, webinar, live stream, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get together and hang out and do some fun stuff with AI. It'll be a great learning opportunity, and we'll have a good time.
And if you know somebody who would find this interesting, share it with them. Like, point them out. We do this every morning, Monday through Thursday. We are working out loud, building in flight, doing all of the things that a lot of people will talk about or tell you that you should be doing, and then for whatever reason they don't. So we're doing it, and
we're doing it just for you, you people. We're doing it for you. It's got to make you feel good. Where can people find their catalyst, Mike?
I'm doing it for me. I enjoy these mornings. Like, this is a good way to wake up in the morning and start communicating. I mean, there's other people out there that
I love this.
Thank you. You find your catalyst at findmycatalyst.com. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, no, we won't. We'll see you Monday.
See you Monday. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Adios, everybody.